Next, we're going to speak about Hillel, HaZaken, the famous Tana, Hillel. And we'll start off with his midos because they are impeccable, absolutely remarkable, and certainly one of the main reasons why he's the gadol he was. The Gemara in Shabbos has a few stories which really depict Hillel in a very clear way. Starts off, the Gemara has a discussion that two people have. They make a bet. Could they frustrate? Could they aggravate Hillel? Could they get him upset? So Erev Shabbos, the one who bets that he can, waits till Hillel's in the bath and starts running around. Where's Hillel? Where's Hillel? And Hillel puts on a bathrobe, comes down, and he asks him a question. Why do Africans have thick feet? And then Hillel gives him an answer. And then he goes back into the bath and he comes a second time. And a series of time and time again, each time Hillel comes down, puts on a bathrobe, comes down, and at the end of the day, he realizes he can't get Hillel upset. Hillel is a person calm, in control, sensitive, kind, and that really just depicts who he is. That those are his mitos. The Gemara there has three famous stories. One, the most famous, where a person says to him and says, Hillel. And first it goes to Shammai, who's Hillel's famous Baal Plug, the guy who they always argue together. Shammai, teach me kol Torah kula al regalachas. Teach me all of Torah on one foot. Shammai says, I can't do that. That's crazy. Torah is too vast. It's a tremendous sea. You can't do it. He goes to Hillel, and Hillel says, okay, regalachas, sure. And Hillel says to him this famous line, Dalach snei lechaverchach lo savid, zui kol Torah kula v'idach perushahu. What your friend doesn't want you to do to him, don't. Just be kind and respectful, and the rest is just details. Similarly, a person says to Hillel, can you convert me? When I want to become the Kohen Gadol. And Hillel says, okay, but realize the Kohen Gadol, there's such deep and profound, severe ramifications. If you have the wrong thoughts on Yom Kippur and the Kodesh HaKadoshim, you can be killed. He's like, oh, I don't want that. Again, Hillel, with a soft touch and a sense of sensitivity, was able to communicate that's not really appropriate for you. To these people. A third story is a convert comes along to Hillel and says, can you teach me Kol Torah Kula? I'm sorry, could you teach me, can you teach me only Torah Shebechsav, only the written law, but not Torah Shebal, not the oral law? Hillel says, sure. And he begins to teach him Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, all the letters. He comes back the next day and he points to an Aleph. And this person who wants to convert says, okay, that's an Aleph. He goes, no, it's a Dalet. He's like, but yes, he told me it was an Aleph. He's like, that's what I told you, that's written law. And Hillel's point was they're inseparable, they're indivisible. You can't divide the written law from the oral law, but it's done in a sensitive, soft, tender way. And that really captures a lot of who Hillel is. Hillel famously remarks, you should become like that Talmidim of Aaron a Kohen, Oev Esabrios Mekarvin LaTorah, and beyond the content, there's a great deal to be made, which is Oev Esabrios Mekarvin LaTorah. It's not love Torah and bring people to it. It's love people. That's what Hillel was. Hillel was someone who loved people and just wanted them to appreciate the most valuable thing he had, which was Torah. Many other statements seem to echo this idea. Hillel used to say you should become, that a Baishan can't, and a Baishan lo made, if you're shy and timid, you can't really learn. And a kaptan, someone who's makbidding, strict and short-tempered and etc., can't really teach. Hillel used to say not to be porish, but at tzibur, not to be separate yourself from the tzibur. He used to say, "Al tadunis chavercha shadagim kolmo." Don't judge anyone else till you walk a mile in their shoes, till you are in their place. And since that's never the case, really is no reason to judge anyone. This was Hillel's personality. It fits well along these lines is the Gemara Meseches Yoma, when Daf Lamed Hey, that talks about when Hillel was young, he was too poor to pay for yeshiva, so he went to the roof up top, and there was like a window, he was listening, and when it snowed, he got covered in, and it kind of, these midos, sensitivity, caring, non-demanding to walk in, but deeply committed to Torah, just seem to echo who Hillel is. Maybe just to conclude, Hillel had many, many Talmidim, and he tells us you should establish many Talmidim. That's what the Mishnah Navu says, and in Avos Rabbi Nassan, there's a little bit of machlokas. Shammai says you should only choose the most elite for Talmidim, the right people, the best. And Hillel says, no, you should choose everyone. And that was his style. He had 80 Talmidim, as the Gemara in Sukkah records. He had a big family, an important family. He was both a descendant from David HaMelech, as well as the father, grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, his descendants afterwards of Rabbi Gamliel and Rav Shimon ben Gamliel and the other Rabbi Gamliel, tremendous important family of Torah. And maybe one of the lines that captures most the duality of passion for Torah yourself and doing the right thing yourself and caring for others is what Hillel also remarks, Mali, you shouldn't only be for yourself, but you should also be for yourself. You should care about others. These are the midos, the positivity, the care, the sensitivity, the tenderness towards others that Hillel has.